Born from the most sinister and evil elements of the universe, Buu has been around since time immemorial. I mean, what are we going on, like 5-10 million plus now? Like, it's ridiculous. He is chaos incarnate and often stated to be a virtually invincible force of destruction. The last time we saw Kid Goku and Whis, they invaded Babidi's organization. Whis wanted to let Goku have a taste of what it feels like to actually defeat a real fighter, and here we are. He had already separated the Grand Supreme Kai from Buu, so that already simplifies things quite a bit. On one hand, we have a monster whose very existence has terrorized the inhabitants of the universe since the beginning of space and time, and on the other hand, we have a 7-year-old Saiyan. Whis had been looking after Goku for the past 7 years ever since he arrived, and previously we saw him unlock Ultra Instinct against Frieza, and that went about how you would expect, maybe a little bit worse actually. Goku was disappointed at how weak Frieza was, but what now? Does he stand a chance against the original Majin Buu? And have you guys left a like and shared the video yet? I have faith that both of these are a resounding yes. Whis, are you sure this guy is a real fighter? He seems even more full of himself than that Frieza guy. Goku asked a sincere question now. Oh, you bet, kid. Just ignore that stupid dance and cut him some slack. I mean, he woke up after several million years of sleep, Whis states. Oh, so it's the morning blues, Goku replies. As for Buu, well, he was just kind of vibing under the stars in the meantime. I mean, he wasn't paying these niggas any attention. He was beating his chest like King Kong, blowing snot bubbles. He was flying around in his ball form, and then suddenly, he uses the surface of the ship like they were on a trampoline and jumps straight towards them. Goku was observing him, trying to make any sense at all of his movements, but it is literally impossible. Unlike all of the opponents he had faced previously, Buu is the only one whose movements follow no pattern whatsoever. In every sense of the word, he was literally unpredictable. Well, what are you waiting for, Goku? Your opponent's right there, Whis states. He literally just jumped high into the vast unknown. You lied to me, Whis. This isn't a real fighter, Goku replies, but just then, Buu would reappear and land a kick on Goku's head that he didn't see coming. He would barely be able to block it in time, but Goku could instinctively tell that, unlike all of the other opponents he had faced so far, this guy's strikes had some real weight behind him, but Buu doesn't just stop there. He follows up that kick with another one, and this time, he completely shatters Goku's block, and it landed right on his head. Goku stumbles but quickly regains his footing. He's trying to get a proper understanding of how strong he can expect Buu to be so that he can work out his strategy to defeat him, but Buu on the other hand just gives off an evil smirk. He's pleased by Goku's ability to block him, but then the fight would break out. Goku would waste no moment in entering his Ultra Instinct state. This is now a battle between pristine movements and chaotic unpredictability. Once that initial novelty wears off, Goku's primal nature starts to take over, and he is enjoying it right now. Buu would come at him from absolutely nowhere and manage to land a hit half the time, and Goku would counter him with perfect accuracy the other half. Now, as this battle is taking place, the universe itself is in a state of distress. Meanwhile, on Earth, we have a totally different type of chaos going on. Life returns to Broly's eyes as he realizes that his adoptive parents are still alive. He expresses his sincere gratitude to Vegeta when the latter finally wakes up, and soon, all of the young boys, Broly, Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz start helping the old couple rebuild their house. Vegeta, Nappa, and Raditz are confused though. I mean, they were supposed to find Raditz's brother Kakarot on this planet, not this Broly guy. I mean, they didn't even know that another Saiyan still existed, let alone one this powerful. Vegeta, that greenish yellow hair from earlier. This guy Broly became a Super Saiyan, didn't he, Nappa asks. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Kakarot's hair wasn't that color, so why was his, Vegeta replies. Well, maybe it depends on the individual. Who knows? Your Super Saiyan transformation might make your hair red, Vegeta, Raditz comments. Broly is right there with them, but he's not really participating in the conversation right now. It appears he isn't interested. For what it's worth, Broly still has no idea about his Saiyan lineage. Going back to Goku's fight against Buu, however, things have really started to heat up. Goku's body is slowly becoming accustomed to the fact that an attack could come from anywhere in this battle, which is why he's using his eyes to constantly try and search for Buu's weak points, while the rest of his body instinctively detects and reacts to Buu's attacks. Now, it's all a battle of fine movements. Still, Goku's physical prowess pales in comparison to what Buu can do, and so every hit Goku takes depletes a major portion of his overall health. They're constantly clashing and zipping around the solar system they're in, and Whis is just casually gliding behind them, following them around from moon to planet to wherever. At one point though, Buu notices this, and since he had already gotten pretty bored of Goku, he shifts his attention now. He goes after Whis instead. Whis, being Whis, swiftly dodges any and everything Buu throws at him, all of this while just munching on a snack. This momentary exchange allows Goku to observe them both in third person, and he's able to see it all now. He sees how Whis doesn't even need to look at Buu, and he also notices how Buu freestyles his attacks. He simply changes his mind in the middle of one and does something else. The elastic nature of his body is a real plus for him. It doesn't last long against Whis though. Buu gives up a few minutes in and just returns to chasing after Goku. However, having just gone up against Whis, Buu felt a little different somehow now. In a way, he may have just grown. Almost out of the blue though, he propels himself using an energy blast and comes straight for Goku. Goku maintains a safe distance of course, but it wasn't enough. Buu may not have been close enough to come into contact with him, but he sure as hell was close enough to unleash a gigantic planet burster at Goku. As soon as he saw it, Goku already knew it was too late. He doesn't even try to dodge it. He instead meets it with an energy blast of his own, but what Goku failed to realize is Kid Buu's unknown and uncapped power. Buu's planet burst toasts Goku, but he thankfully survives thanks to Ultra Instinct and manages to avoid the full breath of Buu's energy, but the instant it dissipates, Buu just launches a second one. This dude was a savage. At this point, for the first time since Goku was born 7 years ago, he's terrified. This isn't the same fearless and conditioned Goku that you and I grew up with. No, this is a scared child that bit off way more than he can chew. Ultra Instinct fades away and he's left all by himself right now in front of Buu's indefinitely potent energy blast. Be that as it may, Goku knew that he'd be damned if he let the battle end like this. It wasn't rage or inspiration or even a sudden burst of emotions. It was his primal instinct. When faced with danger of this magnitude, Goku's latent Saiyan abilities awaken, and so he transforms. All the Super Saiyan transformations throughout history required some sort of negative stimulus. This required none of that. It was purely out of his pride as a real fighter that Goku would transform, and he would evolve into a Super Saiyan. It doesn't stop there though, as he follows up the transformation with a concentrated energy blast. The intent was simple. Goku wanted to counter Buu's energy blast, so he did this. He succeeds, and the danger of him getting his existence wiped off the face of reality because of this planet burst is no longer there, but by that point, Kid Goku was already exhausted. He had fought over 10,000 fodder soldiers before this fight even began, and even during the fight, he was the only one who ever took any damage, so he passes out. Whis would pick him up, glare at Buu one last time, and then teleport the two of them back to Beerus's planet. Around 10-11 hours later, Goku would finally wake up. "Oh, you're finally up, huh?" the Oracle Fish greets him. "Yeah, what happened? Why am I here? Where's that Buu guy?" Goku asks. Probably out wrecking some more things in the universe. "It sucks, you just weren't strong enough to beat him this time, Goku," the Oracle Fish says. "Wait, what? No, take me back. I've gotta defeat him," Goku declares. "No, Goku, it doesn't matter how many times you fight Buu. The result will always be the same. You may have unlocked Ultra Instinct, but your body sucks, for lack of better words. Your hardware can't handle someone as strong as Buu right now. Maybe in 10-20 years you'll have a chance," Whis replies. "Don't be ridiculous, Whis. I have never lost a fight," Goku says. "Well, actually you just did around like 10 or so hours ago. Give it up, kid," Whis states. "No, Never. Excuse my language, but I'm gonna kill that guy, Goku asserts. You naive child. As I said, it is impossible for you to win. Right now, at this very moment in time, only myself and Lord Beerus are capable of defeating someone like Buu. Remember, kid, you lack the hardware to use Ultra Instinct more efficiently right now, Whis states. Wait a minute. Does that mean there are only 3 real fighters in the universe, Goku asks? Perhaps, Whis replies. Their back and forth argument continues for about another minute or so until Goku just springs up and starts punching the air like he's ready to get back in there again. Later that night, when talking to the Oracle Fish, he learns more about Buu and the way he'd been terrorizing the universe since the beginning of time and space. I see, but what about now? Isn't he just free to do whatever he wants? Whis better be keeping an eye on him or else I'm gonna feel guilty for all the lives he's gonna take or the planets he's gonna destroy, Goku asks. The Oracle Fish explains that in the past 10 hours, Buu has destroyed half of an entire galaxy. In the past 10 hours. That's hundreds of billions of planets, many of which probably still had life on them. With this realization, Goku is left speechless. He doesn't even know how much a billion is and damn sure can't count to that, but he can tell that wrong things will continue to happen as long as Buu is out. Why do you care so much, Goku? You didn't even show a reaction when I told you about the destruction of planet Vegeta, the Oracle Fish asks. I don't know, for some reason, this is just different. Planet Vegeta's destruction wasn't my fault, but this one kinda is. Innocent people are dying right now because I lost to this guy, Goku declares. His body still hadn't healed from all the damage he took, but his eyes were more alive now than they had ever been in the past. His last battle had quite literally set his soul on fire. But however real the moral dilemma was, he can't do anything because Whis just simply won't budge. So what now? As he was wondering what to do, Whis appears at the scene. I'll give you a hint, Goku. Just tell me to take care of Buu. That'll easily resolve everything and you won't have to worry about anything anymore, Whis politely states. Though this just pisses Goku off. His soul was already enraged and this just made him even more angry. No, if you're gonna kill Buu, you might as well just kill me too. Listen, Whis, I'm gonna be the one who rids the universe of this guy, Goku asserts. You still don't understand, Goku. Even a child can gossip and chatter. What's rare is action, and you lost. And that's all there is to it. Plus, you're still a child, so there's that, Whis replies. Goku gets up and stands right before Whis. Send me there, Whis. This is a request, Goku asks. His eyes were fuming. You could almost see the flames in them. I refuse, Whis states, and this is the first time I've ever heard Whis refuse. Can he do that? He then smacks Goku on the top of the head with his staff and leaves the room. Give it up, Goku. People die all the time. It's not your fault, the Oracle Fish adds. Yeah, but I lost, and that doesn't happen all the time, does it? Who knew losing would sting so bad, Goku states. Well, you also lost to Whis back in the day, so why does this one sting so much harder? Think about it, Goku. The answer is within you, and oh, forget about trying to convince Whis. When he's serious about something, not even Beerus can make him budge. It's impossible, the fish replies. Goku would walk outside, lay in the grass, and just stare up into the sky. He couldn't help but notice how the sky felt more radiant than usual, though all of a sudden it strikes him. Wait, are those explosions caused by Buu? Goku panics to himself, but there was literally nothing he could do. His eyes felt heavier than usual, and eventually he would fall asleep right there in the grass. He soon finds himself in a space pod, looks through the window and sees 2 individuals waving goodbye to him with stressed looks on their faces. Goku didn't understand what was going on, but he still teared up. Fortunately, it was just a dream, but when he woke up, those tears were still running down his cheeks. He may have spent the past 7 years fighting strong enemies, and he may have unlocked something as pristine as Ultra Instinct, but this is still just a 7-year-old boy, and his emotions look like they finally caught up with his age. He shakes off the tears and walks up to Whis. Fine, Goku says, looking at the ground but still standing before Whis. I'll wait. But can you at least contain Buu? He's gonna eliminate half of the universe if he continues on like this for the next 10 years, Goku asks. I don't doubt that, but why do you care, Goku? He was gonna wake up sooner or later anyway. Why should it be your fault that all these people are dying, Whis replies. It's all my fault because this could have all been prevented if I was just stronger. All of these people are dying because I lost to this guy. Whis, please take me up as your disciple. Train me so that I can defeat Buu. I don't care how long it takes. I'll eventually win against him and then we'll proceed, Goku declares. Proceed to what? Whis asks. The god of destruction, Beerus. He'll be my next opponent, Goku asserts, and there wasn't a single shred of hesitation in his eyes. Really? Is that right, Goku? Whis says with a smirk stretching across his face. You're finally thinking clearly. This is it. You'll need this mental clarity if you want to master Ultra Instinct, Whis states. Whis had been waiting a long time for Goku to mentally mature, and now it seemed like he was ready. Whis uses his staff to open up a portal, and where this room led to was Whis' own version of a room of spirit and time. It's here where he proceeds to whip Goku into shape for the next 5 days. In this realm, Whis would even use the curse technique to summon a carbon copy of Buu and then make Goku fight him endlessly the entire time. 5 days in the real world would equate to about 5 years in this chamber. Goku trained himself ragged the entire time. He was no longer about just not losing. Instead, he wanted to be so strong that it never even made sense for him to lose from here on out. Buu was just the beginning. Think about it. This kid is already focused on Beerus, whom he wants to be his next opponent. 5 days of absolute hell with Whis would soon pass by, and when those doors swung open and Goku and Whis would exit the room of spirit and time, Goku would step out, and even though it's only been 5 days, his biological age now is 12. So he's around the same age as Broly and Vegeta now thanks to this. Speaking of those guys, Buu is done with quite a lot of galaxies at this point. I mean, he has been extra aggressive recently because he desperately seeks that round 2 with Goku as well. So he uses his extraordinary sixth sense to try and find Goku's whereabouts, and obviously he doesn't succeed since planet Beerus is too far away, but what he does find is a similar energy trace which he confuses for Goku's, and he heads straight to that planet. And as you guys have probably already guessed, that planet was Earth. By the time Goku and Whis would step out of the time chamber, Buu was already in the Earth's solar system, flying around like an angry maniac. He didn't like that funny look on Pluto's face, so he blew that bitch up right away. And it isn't just the space agencies who notice this uncanny development too. Broly is taken aback as well as he says, "Hey, someone's coming. Someone strong," he tells the other Saiyans. Meanwhile, Whis would look into his staff to gauge the situation, and he would immediately state, "Goku, we have to hurry or you're gonna be the last remaining Saiyan in the entire universe. Let's go," he replies, as round 2 of Kid Goku vs Kid Buu takes off in the next video.